Hi, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to do something actually kind of different. I'm doing a May favorites. So I'm going to talk about everything that I liked in the past month because today is June 2nd, so the month is over. Each letter stands for a different thing and we're going to cover each of them. I actually made a little TikTok about that the other day where I just went over all my favorite things for the month of May and I called it the same thing. So I thought I would go more in depth of the reasons why those are my favorite things, which is what I think they should be on my May report. So starting off with R stands for reading. I read a lot and I constantly go through books, maybe a book a week or something. It was very hard for me to pick one book for this because I go through books really fast, and actually May has been one of my favorite months for my reading. Like, I found so many good books this month that I couldn't just do one. My favorite book of the month that I feel like I would recommend to everyone is called Archer's Voice by Maya Sheridan. So beautiful, it's so well written, so nice to be able to see the main character from their past to the future and going back and forth. Like, I love when an author goes in depth about someone's personality and why that is the way that they are. And I don't know, I thought this book was really beautiful. Obviously the romance in it is very wholesome. Being scared of love and being able to risk it all for love and be willing to take risk and go and find people, and not really just find people, but when you find your person, to be able to fully put your walls down and be vulnerable with them. And it was just very beautiful. The ending, I definitely did cry, so I love a book that makes me cry. Overall, I think this book was really good. I give it a 5 out of 5, obviously, on my Goodreads. Yeah, I loved it. My other recommendation for this month is actually The Only One Left, I think it's called. I don't have the book with me right now, but that book is so good. It's by Riley Sager. She is a known thriller mystery kind of author. She's so good. Like, she has so many great books. This one specifically has been my favorite one. It reminded me a lot of The Silent Patient, and The Silent Patient has been my favorite book for a year, so being able to find something at least similar to it was amazing. Complex, and it has so many characters, but they all have their own individual traits and important pieces of them that you need to pay attention to, and at the end it all comes together and it's just like crazy. And obviously when you're reading like a mystery thriller book, you know something's gonna happen, but with this one it was like thing after thing after thing, and they were all so good. The ending was so good. Overall, great book, definitely recommend. So easy to read too and to fall into. I think for me, like, being on a reading slump, the only thing that can get me out of it is a good mystery book or thriller book, and I feel like this is one of it. So yeah, one of my favorite books of the month. We're going over letter E, which is eating or eat. I think this month, like, I feel like this is a really hard thing to decide on, like, what was your favorite thing to eat for the entire month. But overall for me, it's always been sushi. Like, that's my favorite food of all time. I was scared of rice for like maybe the last 2 years, and I feel like finally this month I've been able to fully enjoy sushi without feeling guilty, and it just made it so much better. So even yesterday I had sushi. I think that's always going to be my favorite food of all time. And then for drinks, I wanted to include this. It's not really eating, obviously, because it's drinks, but my favorite drink has been this, called Strawberry Mint Peach, and it's from Aldi. It's like $2 and it's so good, and it's pretty much like a Poppy or Olipop, where it's a probiotic drink, and they're still really tasty, and you know that you're drinking something that is good for you. So I definitely love those. The next one is P, so playing, and this has actually been the hardest to do also. I've come to realize, like, for all of this, like, I don't know which one I prefer, but I'm gonna do it in different categories. So in terms of playing, we love board games. We're obsessed with board games. This is our little collection that we have, which is sitting right in front of me actually. We love to play board games. We have a small collection. We're obviously eventually gonna make it grow, but that's pretty much what we do the most. My boyfriend and I together, like, we love playing board games with friends or just the two of us. So I would say for this month, my favorite board game has been, it's always gonna be Ark Nova, no matter what. It's been like a year since we got it and it's still my favorite, so definitely Ark Nova. But lately, my favorite game has been Spirit Island, which is a really hard game and I'm probably not even up there yet. I played it a few times and I'm not that good. And I always pick like the weakest enemies and whatever, but definitely a really great book. So in terms of board games, that will be my top 2, but honestly any of the ones that we have I love. And then video games, I also play a lot on my Steam account with either myself or my boyfriend or friends. My favorite game of this month has been Valia. I love a really good cozy game that is just about building, survival games, you know, kind of that thing, MMO sort of thing. And Valia is so good. It's like, I think it's the aesthetic of it that I love. It reminds me a lot of Stardew Valley, The Sims kind of combined, and it's really good. I've only been playing it for a few weeks, but I've been obsessed with it, so that's definitely the game of the month. Next we have O for Obsessing, and I will say for this month I've only been obsessing over, I don't think I've been obsessing necessarily with anything this month, but I definitely feel like meal prepping has been something that I've been like fully on this month. Like I meal prep every week for myself, my salads, and then I started a meal prep for my boyfriend. And then I would just say like organization stuff is like what I'm obsessed with. Like this month I ended up getting like a bunch of different glass containers for my kitchen to organize everything. And then the little egg holder thing, like I love organizing, and it's definitely something that I want to do more and I want to buy more of it, but I don't know, like it could get kind of expensive, so I just haven't. My For You page on TikTok is a bunch of cleaning stuff and like organization videos, and I love them. Next we have R for recommending. There's a lot of stuff that can go over this. See, the one thing that I would recommend the most is to spend time outside. I've been doing that a lot more recently, and I think since I went out to Tampa for work once and I was by myself and I started running outside, I realized how important it is for me to be outside, like how good it makes me feel. I come back feeling more energized. And so since it started to get warmer outside here in Florida, I've been like going on bike rides or going to the pool, going on trail walks, and like little things that just make me go out. Even though when you think about it, you're like, I really don't want to go out, I really don't want to be outside right now. Once you do it, it feels really good. So I would definitely recommend spending more time outside. Even if it's just for 10 minutes, it really does help. Another thing that I will definitely recommend is Superstore. It's a show that I started watching with my boyfriend not too long ago. It's on Hulu now. I think it was on Netflix before, I'm not sure. But it's on Hulu and it's a sitcom. It's really good, it's really funny. We're only on season 2 right now, so we're kind of like obviously not there. I think there's 6 seasons to it, but it's so good. And then the last one is the letter T for treating. And this can also go and cover a lot of different things. So I'm gonna also divide it into different things, I feel like. I guess for me, I treated myself with buying myself a car. It was really exciting. It was also the day of my birthday, so it was like a really big move in a very important day of my life. I feel like that was a way to treat myself for working and for, you know, putting in effort to go to work every day and do my job. And it feels good to be able to do that for myself. Like it's like a little hug. And I know it's like a materialistic thing, so I'm not really just saying like you should buy yourself stuff to feel that way, but it definitely helps. Like I'm not gonna lie, it definitely helped, and it felt really good to be able to do that for myself. So this month I've been reading a lot about this. The Body Keeps a Score by, I don't even know how to say her name, so I'm not gonna try. And it's been so good. So this on top of therapy has been like a way to also treat myself. So I would say if you don't want to do therapy, that's fine, that's completely up to you, but finding a book that can help you get through the things that you need to get through is very important as well. Actual research on it, so it's really good. In general, I feel like I've been more open to buying myself stuff. I tend to be a person that likes to give and not give to myself. So I think for me, and a little bit more before, I started to treat myself. Like if I went to the store and I saw something that I wanted, I will buy it for myself, and that felt really good. So I still say no to myself for different things that I don't need, but if I want something, I am flexible enough to think about it and to be like, okay, yeah, we can get it. So yeah. Anyways, that is the video for this week. Something very different than my regular vlogs, but I wanted to start doing these little reports every month so that you can get an idea where I am and what I'm doing, my favorite things of the month, and just kind of go more in depth about all those little things. So yeah, if you like this concept, if you have any questions or anything, just leave me a comment down below and just give it a like if you can. That really helps me a lot, and share it and do whatever. But yeah, I have fun with this. I have fun with sharing the stuff that I like and what I read and like all that, but I would also like for you to share with me. So if you want to tell me your favorite book of the month, or your favorite way that you treated yourself this month, or your favorite activity, your favorite video game, whatever it is, you share it in the comments, and I would really love to see it. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye.